Hello and welcome, my name is Akira and this is my Let's Play series of Europa Universalis IV where we are playing as Brandenburg into Prussia. And as you can see, we are growing steadily. I'm hoping that the next war against the Teutonic Order would be the one that lands at Königsberg. And then we are only a couple technologies, well, quite a few technologies away. We need to be Tech 10. But I think we're gonna get the two next techs pretty quickly once we get the Renaissance. We just defeated some uprisings here, so we need to get our men back. So let's just march them to Berlin and get this thing rolling. Lots of new stuff. Denmark announced as rivals. Portugal has rival Provence. Lots of new stuff. By the way, we can take this idea. I don't think I'm gonna rush through the rest of the innovative ideas. Like, some of them are pretty good. Like, possible advisors +1 is nice when you have to choose between them. Monthly war exhaustion is really nice. And it's gonna stack up with the monthly war exhaustion we're gonna get from the Prussian government type. Which, by the way, I was looking at it, and it's actually pretty good. The whole so there's kind of two things to the Russian government, or the Prussian, not Russian, Prussian government. First of all, there's like the normal modifiers, and they are let me check. They are -2 or 0.002, 0.02 war exhaustion. So if we just check, it's half of what optimism gives you. So half of the best war exhaustion idea in the game you're gonna get for free there. Then you're also gonna get -2 unrest, and both of those are pretty nice if you're a country that wants to be at war all the time. First of all, because it lets you tick down on war exhaustion even when you're at war. Second of all, because it makes you have less rebellions you need to fight. Okay, we can take another claim up here. I think I want to take Skåne, so I'm closer to Sweden. Should that be... We still need to get Sweden away from Norway, though. Maybe we should just... Maybe that's what we should do. Who are Norway? Denmark. Denmark are allied with Poland, though. But what we could do is try to support Sweden's independence. We would need a... It's gonna take up the relationship slot, though, so... maybe we should wait a little bit with that. Yeah, I'm just gonna take a claim. Good old claim. Let's just check. Skåne is 20 development. Fyn is 12. Yeah, I think we're taking Skåne. And fabricate claim on Skåne. So yeah, as I was talking about the Prussian government, plus -2 to national unrest, -0.02 to monthly war exhaustion. Both of them good because they help you with some of the peace-only things even while you're at war. And then on top of that, it has the best monthly autonomy change for policies. It's going to be changing by up to 0.1 a month on Empire rank, which is the same as the techs like the governments you get at Tech 20. Absolute monarchy. So we're gonna get that possibly 10 years ahead, which will be huge. So if we get that at level 10, it's gonna be very huge for us. Then the other part of the government is that we'll get the militarism slider. And from what I can see, it's actually going to be quite hard for us to use that much, because it's going to be ticking down by 0.1 for every single province we have. And there's not, as far as I've seen so far, there might be more things that are affected that I've seen. But for what I see, it's affected by army direction, stability, and legitimacy. All of them giving very little to it. So the main way you can get militarization up is to dump military points into it. And since we're going to be taking a lot of military ideas, I'm not sure how many points we will have left over. So I'm not sure how much we're going to use the slider, but the government in itself is pretty good. So, and our heir just got bold fighter, so he has an extra siege pip if we make him, or shock pip if we make him into a leader, I guess. And how are we doing on the Renaissance? We got it up here in... Ooh, we even got it in Schiller now, which means that you should be spreading more quickly. No. Oh, it's because this is not adjacent. Apparently it doesn't count as adjacent overseas. Okay. But at least Berlin is pretty close, so once Berlin pops, it's gonna provide the adjacency bonus to all the other provinces around it. And hopefully we can soon get it, because we are getting quite behind in some of these techs. I'm pretty sure if we go to the ledger, you can see it. I can't remember technology. Yeah, some people are at tech 7, and we're currently at tech 5. So we're behind. But then we have saved all of those points, so we're ready to take up once we get it. And I think it's gonna be next month for... Yes, Berlin just got Renaissance. So how much would we have to pay right now? Right now to embrace it? We could actually embrace it next month. So how far would it be before one of these got Renaissance? Pretty far. This is like, yeah, several years. I'm gonna pay it. I'm gonna pay the tech here. So it's gonna be 9 more ducats. We're gonna get there in 4 months. And Lithuania is wanting a royal marriage. I think we just take that. I think Lithuania is gonna be a good ally for us until, or while we're fighting Teutonic Order in Poland and possibly Livonian Order. And then hopefully, before we have to fight Lithuania itself, we can maybe trade them out for Muscovy. So I'm gonna go for a slightly long-term relationship here with the monarch, or the royal marriage. We might as well try to improve a little bit with them. And unlawful territory. Any of you say yes? Where is it? You would probably not. Is it? You can see the chance here 0. So no, they were not. So unless we actually wanted to go to war with them, there's really no reason. And I would like to get my manpower up a little bit. And I think the next war we're gonna take is gonna be with Teutonic Order, so we can get our capital, get ready for Tech 10. So kind of just need anyone to join us. I think the problem was that Livonia had some debt that they needed to get out of before we could get their help. Bohemia is insulting me. Come on, those last money. Only 5 away. It should be... Ooh, let's do it. Let's do it now. We're gonna pay 283 ducats for it. And that's kind of the... I'm gonna be really interesting to play a couple more campaigns with it, because it's gonna be an interesting balancing act when you get big. That you'll also have to pay more or wait longer for getting tech. So it might change this early part of the game where you don't want to grow too big before a couple institutions have been embraced. But it's a bit early to say now. But we're definitely gonna take it, and that means we can now tech up like a mofo. You notice that all of these are in gray now. That's because we were actually using our extra space brought on by extra tech penalty, but that now disappeared. But they're not gonna steal our points, luckily. They're gonna give us 1 month to spend them before they go away into eternity. So we're actually gonna get a next idea group out of this. It's gonna get 2 tech levels of each, I think. Bam! From tech 5 to tech 7. Prussia can. Do we want to take this extra tax, extra missionary strength, extra reform desire? I would take it one more time. Can I please take it one more time? We need a money for that. one of those money. And I'm thinking we're gonna go quality next. Quality is gonna let me speak. Quality is what is gonna make us into Space Marines, or at least the most important part. It's gonna give us infantry compatibility in and of itself. It's gonna give us artillery compatibility as well as some cavalry for as long as we're gonna use that. It's also gonna give us discipline, which is very nice, and it's gonna give us the 20% compatibility along with innovative that we were going for. So all in all, it's gonna give us 30% infantry and compatibility on top of the 20% that we're gonna get with this goose step, which I think 7 times 2 is gonna be 14. So we're not quite gonna get goose step with this idea group, but we're gonna get pretty close. So we're gonna have once we finish these 2 idea groups, we're gonna have crazy army. And it still makes sense for us to have cavalry, just because cavalry are so much better. Well, they're all already starting to be close to infantry. So they both have 1 pip in shock, at least for now. I think we'll get better cavalry soon. But right now they both have 1 pip, and the only reason lights are better in shock phase is because they have a better modifier here. So as soon as we get maybe even like 10 or 20 compatibility, the infantry is actually going to be better in the shock phase, so we can get rid of our guys at that point. I think we just got cannons. So now we need money again, but for advisors and cannons. So this is probably going to be a kind of, oh no, we lost Teutonic Order. I wanted to go to war with you again. Oh, and we actually really need power projection. Who do we have as? We have Denmark and Poland apparently. Poland, Denmark, and Bohemia. Well, I guess that's all right. Oh, I would really have liked to take that last war with Teutonic Order while I could still get points out of it. That kind of sucks. Noble families feud. Violence amongst leading families within a state was never far from the surface. Often this instability would boil over into open conflict. The result was less than a full-blown civil war, but could immensely disrupt the stability of the state. I think I'm just gonna take the uprising. I'll go to full, and then we're gonna go to Stralsund. Where is Stralsund? Stralsund is here. And then we're just gonna wait a month for that to tick up. Let's get an advisor if we can. Probably not gonna be able to do that while we have full maintenance. So let's wait for this month to end. And then we're gonna press the button. We have a leader. Let them come. And it's gonna cost a little bit of manpower, but not too terribly much. 2,000 is fairly reasonable. Still not the best thing in the world. I actually really like a man. I could get a land maintenance modifier. Out of these 3, I would go for the discipline guy. But I would really like a manpower guy. But I'm gonna take this discipline guy. Well, wait a minute. How old are they? Can you tell? Oh, that's not too big of a difference. I just wanted to make sure we weren't spending too much money on him if he was gonna die soon. So, okay. Yeah. Bohemia. If we went to war with you, would anyone help? Nope. Denmark. If we went to war with you, would anyone help? Nope. And Teutonic Order. Nope. Still mostly a debt thing. I think you would probably be interested Oh, you don't even have anything claimed there, so you wouldn't help us unless we wait for that 10 favors. So it doesn't have anything to do with the money. So we actually have no allies who would help us right now. Either because of debt favors, other wars, or just lack of interest. And I don't think we can beat all of them. So armies. Teutonic Order has 9,000. Hungary has 23,000. So we can't even beat Hungary. Like we can't, unless he's on. No, he's not on low tech. I think he was pretty in a pretty good space for the whole. We could get an alliance with Hungary, but that wouldn't really help us. Wouldn't really help us. They would still be against us in that war. Oh, and we can take some more claims here. I'm kind of wanting to do some land that are connected. So let's just take a claim on Fyn. How about Poland? If I attack Poland, no one would help me. Sucky allies I got. War exhaustion. You're close actually. Palatinate is close. How are we looking? So we have 10 favors there. You have 28 favors. Who are you fighting? You're not fighting. Oh, you're fighting Würzburg. Okay. But we could make you trust us a little bit more. I think I'm gonna do this. Just because I'm probably not gonna call them into 3 wars within the next 10 years, so just to not let any of the points go to waste. France, not really that many favors. Lithuania, you're actually up to 9 favors. You might help us next year against Teutonic Order here. So, is it only the favors, Lithuania? If not for the favors, it'd be the debt. But the debt, well, we can't really help with that. But we might be able to help a little bit with that. So maybe we could goad them into helping us for free, or for the favors, which is basically the same. Burghers gain 15 loyalty. Oh, they also get a province. But that province gets 2 base tax. Well, I can always take something else from you, so by all means. And then we're just gonna... They'll still be happy. And I think this one... Yeah, this one has been theirs for a while, so it's probably pretty low. Yeah, it's completely down to 0 autonomy. So that was actually a pretty good trade, and I got 2 base tax out of it, so thank you. Thank you, event system, for giving me that. Also get a general. So right now they have 24% land, they expect 0. So even if their influence were to grow, I could just take one of the provinces away from them. It might make them unhappy, but we are not making that much in... Well, we're actually beginning to make some trade, but I think I'm just going to do this, so we're going to make more in trade, and also I'm going to have a general, or a admiral, although he's pretty balls. Only maneuver really helps with trade, so all he's going to be good for is we have some battles, and we don't really have that much of a battle fleet. We basically only have trading fleet. We should actually just invest in a couple cogs, just so we can transport some troops if needed. I'm gonna wait with that. I would rather have cannons. Do I want to get rid of these 2 mercs? No. We still don't have that much manpower, and I don't think they're gonna be costing us that much. Oh, they're costing us like less than a ducat. That's so they're costing us in reality what they're costing us is yeah, about zero point 0.4 ducats per piece in relations, like, or in excess of what we would pay for normal soldiers. But I really want some cannons though. How is looking right now? If I go to full maintenance, we have 3 ducats, so we can definitely afford a couple cannons. Taking all the foreign debt of Alsace for 7.1 ducats. That's good of you, France. That's really generous of you. Denmark is a great power. What the... Well, of course they do get half of the development of their subjects, but still. I'm pretty surprised by that. Wonder if we would engage power without Denmark in the other campaign. Lower Saxony. Yeah. Is there any of this land that we could probably start going to war with and taking some off? Just to reiterate, I keep forgetting these rivals because they're down to people that I... Well, Denmark I would actually like to go to war with, and Poland we will go to war with at some point, but right now not too much. How are we looking here? So the Palatinate actually keeps on hating me. We don't have that many favors with them. We do have a royal marriage, I think, that I can't get rid of without paying stability. But because I do really want another slot for a, like, when I saw that Hungary would ally me, that Hungary would be such a nice ally against Poland, especially if I had Poland, like Hungary, Lithuania, just crush them for both sides, help Hungary take that land back. Anyway, I think we're gonna be finding out all of those things in the next episode. Until then, have a good day and hope to see you then.